all set. All set, ready to go. So let's get comfortable in your seat and just wiggle around a little. And I will get my little timer going and read you the quote that I found for today, which I like. It's by Melody Beatty. And she says, soak up the love and warmth from the world around you. Practice being warm, loving, and open. Do more than just think a kind thought, say it. Do more than think something nice you'd like to do for someone, do it. Then radiate that warmth to the people around you. Warm up to people, warm up to life, warm up to yourself. So I thought that was a good one to start on a chilly, snowy morning. Right. So just do a few shoulder rolls, alternating one and then the other. Getting things loosened up a bit. And then let's bring the arms out to the side and then all the way up, fingertips touch, and then drop them back down, chin to chest. Inhale, lift, up and over. Exhale, come back down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Inhale up. And then this time, let's bring the left arm forward, right arm back, taking a twist here. So just let your fingertips touch the floor. Think about turning your belly towards the right, pull the right shoulder back, and even bringing your chin back towards the shoulder. Starting from the core, starting down at your base, and just imagine that your body is like a candy cane spiraling up towards the right. Good, and then arms up overhead, eyes up, fingertips touch, and we'll switch and reverse the other way. So right hand comes forward, left hand goes back this time, spiraling. And when you get settled into that twist, take a minute and say, can I go just a little bit further? And look back towards your shoulder and breathe. Good, and then arms come up one more time, and then exhale, bring them back down to your side. Bring your hands back behind you, clasp your hands together, pull them down towards the ground as you lift your chest, raise your eyes, looking up. Just holding it here, take a couple breaths. Good, and then eyes forward, release those hands, and let's head on over to the mat. Start with tabletop position. You're going to just do some swirls with your hips side to side, letting your head move back and forth. And bring your head to center. Just let it drop down towards the ground. And then inhale, lift, drop the belly, raise the head, look up. So as you round the back, let your head drop way down. Tailbone tucks. And then inhale, lift, come back up. Drop it down. Inhale, look up. Drop it down. Inhale, look up. Now come down onto your forearms. Spread out your fingers nice and wide. Elbows are underneath your shoulders. And then I want you to just try to, you may need to slide the hands up just a little bit. And try to bring so you want your butt sticking up in the air here. And you're going to try and bring your chest down towards the ground. Maybe even get your chin onto the mat. If that's uncomfortable, you can drop your forehead to the mat. But you want to let your upper body drop down as low as it can. This is happy puppy pose. We're going to just hold it here for a minute. And then put your forehead down onto the ground and just roll side to side on your forehead. And then lift your head back up, look forward towards your thumbs. Slowly slide your hands back in, and let's come back up into tabletop position. Now straighten out your left leg, point the toes, and then flex your foot and point, flex, and point, flex, and point. And then take the left foot over to outside of the mat, drop your toes down, and just hold it here for a minute. Breathing, inhale 1, exhale, inhale 2, exhale, inhale 3, exhale. Bring that leg back up again. Press into your hands. Don't let your shoulders collapse down onto your arms. And then you're going to slowly shift weight onto the left hand. Bend your left knee, pick your foot up, and see if you can bring your right hand around and find your foot with your hand. Just holding this, breathing, and flex your foot, spread out your toes, eyes are down, finding that focal point. Inhale 1, exhale. Inhale 2, exhale. Inhale 3, exhale, release. Drop your hand, drop your leg, come back to table position, and let those hips move side to side. Good. Now turn your wrists so that they're facing, your fingers are facing towards you. And I want you to just make some circles in one direction. Just take it nice and slow, small circles. Stretching out those wrists. Breathing. And then reverse other way. And then come back to center. Turn your fingers back, finding tabletop position. And now let's extend the right leg out, pointing the toes, pressing into your hands, spread out your fingers, and just flex your foot and point. Flex and point. Flex and point. Maybe circle the foot a little bit one way, and then circle it the other. And now drop your foot over to the left side of your mat, outside of the mat, onto the floor, and just hold it here. Breathing. Inhale 1, exhale. Inhale 2, exhale. Inhale 3, exhale. Come back up, lift that leg up, and now bend your knee. Shift weight onto your right hand, swing your left hand around, see if you can find your foot with your hand. And then once you get your hold on there, see if you can flex your foot, spread your toes, and then just press the foot into the hand, lifting up. Trying not to collapse down into the right shoulder. Lift the body up off the arm. Breathing. Inhale 1, exhale. Inhale 2, exhale. Inhale 3, exhale, release, come back down. Wiggle those hips side to side. Good, and then come back to center. Have your knees under your hips, hands under your shoulders, and take your right hand, swing it all the way up towards the ceiling, and then bring it back down, slide it through the hole, drop the shoulder, drop your head down, and then bring your left arm up over, tense your fingers, and walk those fingertips out as far as they can. Getting a stretch in both shoulders here. Breathing. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Good. Bring yourself back up, tabletop position. Just take a minute, get everything lined up. And now bring that left hand way up overhead. And then sweep it down, arm goes through the other, dropping the head, dropping the shoulder. Right arm comes forward on the fingertips, walk those fingers out, tent up the hand, and just hold it here for 3. Inhale 1, exhale. Inhale 2, exhale. Inhale 3, exhale, release, come back up, find tabletop position. Let's curl the toes under behind us, hands underneath the shoulders. And now lift those knees up off the ground. Think about a nice strong core here. Breathing. Inhale 1, exhale. Inhale 2, exhale. Inhale 3, exhale. Drop those knees back down. Make any adjustments to your hands. Make sure that they're spread out nice and wide. And we're going to come back up and do that again. Lift the knees just a couple inches off the ground. Nice strong core. Breathing. Inhale 1, exhale. Inhale 2, exhale. Inhale 3, exhale. Now straighten your legs and let your head slowly drop down, finding downward facing dog. And just let your feet start pedaling out back and forth. Good, and then drop both heels down, slide forward into plank, drop your knees, and come up into a kneeling position. I'm just gonna pull off my jacket as I warm up a bit here. And then come back down into tabletop position. Hands under the shoulders, curl those toes under, and let's lift and come back up into downward facing dog. And then shift weight over onto your left foot. Raise your right leg, bringing it as high up towards the ceiling as you can this morning. So point the toes on that right foot, lift it way up. Make sure the left leg is long, foot is pressing down, both hands pressing down. Shift your weight a little over towards the right side. You're probably favoring the left side here, so even out the pressure of your hands into the mat. Let's breathe here for 3. Inhale 1, exhale. Inhale 2, exhale. Inhale 3, exhale. Release, drop that foot down. And now drop your knees down onto the mat, come into tabletop position. Let your head just drop down towards the ground. And then inhale, lift, come back up. Drop your head down, round the back. Inhale, lift the eyes, look up, belly drops. One more time, round and release. Good, and then come back into tabletop position. Toes are curled under, and then lifting back up, come into downward dog. Weight on the right foot this time, lift the left leg up. And again, you're gonna point the toes and reach that leg really high up. Pointing, reaching, extending, pressing right foot down. And now shift upper body weight a little over to the left so that you're pressing evenly into both hands. And breathe for 3. Inhale 1, exhale. Inhale 2, exhale. Inhale 3, exhale. Drop that leg back down. Slide forward, drop knees. And let's put the tops of the feet onto the mat. Sit back towards your heels and bring your hands back around to your feet. Drop your forehead down onto the mat. Child pose. Just breathe here. Letting the shoulders relax. Breathe. Feel the breath coming in and the back rise. And then dropping back down as you exhale. 2 more breaths. Good, and then lift your head back up. Slide yourself back into tabletop position, and let's bring the right foot forward and come up into a kneeling position. Just have your hands interlaced on that right knee, and we're just going to slide back and forth a couple times. Breathing. Feeling that lunge. Good. And then drop down into the lunge. Nice and deep here. And then see if you can bring those arms up overhead. And just place the palms together, heart open, eyes up. Inhale 1, exhale. Inhale 2, exhale. Inhale 3, Exhale, let those hands come down. Actually, drop them down to the ground. And let's pull that right leg back. Wiggle the hips side to side. And then we'll bring the left foot forward. So right knee stays down, left foot comes up. Interlace the fingers. Slide into your lunge, back and forth a few times. Breathing. And then hold it as you sink down into the lunge and let the arms rise up overhead. Breathe. Inhale 1, exhale. Inhale 2, exhale. Inhale 3, exhale. Release those arms down. Press into the mat. Slide the left leg back, coming back to tabletop position. Wiggle the hips side to side. Good. And now let's bring the right foot forward again. And you're going to come into this kneeling position. And then I want you to take your hands and reach over to the right corner outside of your mat and just drop the hands down, walk them out as far as you can, tenting those fingers up, and then let your head drop down towards the floor, breathing. And try to just gently pull that right knee out to the right a little bit further. You can turn your right toes to point out a bit, and then just gently let the right knee turn out to the side. Breathing. Good, and then come back up. Hands to the front, and let's take the right leg back and bring the left leg forward. Come up into kneeling position, and we're going to take it the other way. So this time the hands are going to go out to the right. We're going to tent up the fingers, and then just keep walking as far as you can. And before you come all the way down, turn that left foot out so the toes point out a little bit. Now let your head drop and release down. And gently pulling that left knee out to the side. Breathing. Inhale 1, exhale. Inhale 2, exhale. Inhale 3, exhale, come back up. Good, bring the left knee back and come up into kneeling position. We're going to just bring the hands up overhead and then slide them down, bending at the elbows. Let your hands flex at your wrists so your fingers are pointing back behind you. And then lift the chest, pull the shoulder blades together, just reaching back. Nice big reach back. Good. And then bring everything forward. And then flex the wrists. Exhale, take it back. Bring it forward. And then flex and take it back. Bring it forward and then flex and take it back. Good. Release your hands down. Let's do some big circles with the left arm in one direction. Breathing. And then reverse other way. Taking as big a circle as you can. Good. And then drop it down. Other arm up and around. And then reverse other way. Good. Bring your left arm across in front of you. Take your right hand and just give that shoulder a stretch. And then release that side. Left arm across, right arm in. Give that one a stretch. Nice job. All right. Turn towards the front of your mat and drop down into tabletop position. Just wiggle your hips side to side and then come back to center. Now bring your right foot forward in between your hands and let's curl the toes under on that back leg. See if you can lift that leg up And then we're going to, when you're ready and balanced, slowly bring the arms up overhead. Breathing. Inhale 1, exhale. Inhale 2, exhale. Inhale 3, exhale. Drop your hand back down. Drop that knee down. Take the right foot back. Bring the left foot forward. Curl the toes under. And when you're ready, come up with the back leg straight. Now, if you need to just take a minute here to feel nice and steady, go ahead and do that. And then when you're ready, release the hands and bring them all the way up, palms together, breathing. Inhale 1, exhale. Inhale 2, exhale. Inhale 3, exhale. Drop back down. Drop that knee. Come back into tabletop position. Wiggle the hips side to side. Breathing. Good, and then come back to center. Bring the right foot forward again. Curl the toes under on that back leg, and then lift up. Now this time you're going to bring that right hand around to the left side. Walk both hands off the mat and keep walking them forward as far as you can. Drop your head down and then roll that right knee out again. So this time the back knee is up off the ground. Breathing. Inhale 1, exhale. Inhale, Inhale 2, exhale. Inhale 3, exhale, release. Lift your head. Walk your hands back to the front leg and drop the back knee down. Right leg comes back. Just wiggle the hips for a minute. And then we'll take the other side. So now left foot forward. Curl the toes under on the right. Straighten that leg up. Now left hand comes over to the right side. We're walking off the mat, bringing those hands way out in front. Tent up your fingers and then let your head drop down. Lift your back heel up and pull the left leg out to the left a little further. Breathing. Inhale 1, exhale. Inhale 2, exhale. Inhale 3, exhale, release. Bring your hands back, one on either side of that front foot. Drop the back knee down. Bring the left leg back. Wiggle those hips side to side. Nice work. All right, curl the toes under behind you. Bring yourself back, sitting on your heels. Just have your hands on your legs here. Just feeling the toes stretching. Make sure even your little toe is getting a little stretch here. And then you're going to bring your hands out in front. Now I want you to put your thumb inside your hand and then squeeze your fingers on top. So you have 2 fists. And I want you to just imagine that you have a stretchy rope inside and you're just bringing it back behind you. The rope is crossing over the top part of your chest. And you're just pulling those shoulder blades together. Lift the heart, raise the eyes, looking up. Breathing here. Inhale 1, exhale. Inhale 2, exhale. Inhale 3, exhale. Release that rope, release the hands, come off the toes, and just pat out those feet a little. If your toes are feeling a little tight from that, you can curl them under the other way. And then come back to tabletop position. Walk your hands out a little bit further in front. Curl the toes under and lift back up into downward facing dog. Inhale forward into plank. Exhale, lower the hips. Inhale, lift the heart, raise the eyes, look up. Exhale, roll it back. Inhale forward. Exhale down. Inhale, lift. Exhale back. Keep it going. Nice, even, steady movements. Remember, we're moving with the breath here. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. 2 more. Breathing, noticing. Good, and then drop those knees back to the ground. Open the knees wide, big toes touch, and slowly sit back towards your heels. This time have the hands out in front, tent out those fingers, walk them as far as you can so the elbows stay off the ground, and then drop your head down onto the mat, forehead onto the mat. Just hold it here, breathing. Inhale 1, exhale. Inhale 2, exhale. Inhale 3, exhale, lift back up. Come up into tabletop position, walk those knees back in, curl the toes under, lift up to downward facing dog. Walk your hands slowly towards your feet, and then hold in Uttanasana, standing forward fold. Let your head release, straighten out your legs. You may even want to take your hands and place them behind your calves to tuck everything in a little closer. Straightening the legs as much as you can. Breathing. Good. And then release. Let your hands come up halfway. Flatten the back. Lift out through the crown of the head. So the torso and the head are long. Hands are pressing into your legs. And then exhale, release and drop back down. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, drop back down. Inhale, lift. Press halfway. And then slowly bring yourself up all the way to standing, head coming up last. And just take a moment in standing position. Shake out your hands. Shake out your legs. And just find yourself in Tadasana, feet about hip distance apart, roll from heel to toes a couple times. And let's just bring our hands to our heart, Anjali Mudra. Close your eyes for a moment. And take this minute to think about what you want your intention for today to be. Good, and then release, let your hands come down. And we're going to interlace the fingers. Step your feet a little wider than hip distance apart. Interlace your fingers and bring the arms up overhead. And then exhale, take it over to one side. You're really pushing out through the hands. And then I want you to turn and revolve your body a bit to the right, looking up towards the ceiling. Breathing. Good, and then back to center, lift up again, and then over to the other side, pressing out through those hands. Turn and look up. Breathe. Inhale 1, exhale. Inhale 2, exhale. Inhale 3, exhale. Back up, release your hands, and bring them back down to the ground. All right, so we're going to do balance pose, tree pose. So just get yourself into a comfortable standing position. If you're feeling a little wobbly this morning, you can always come and find something to hang on to get started. Have your feet about hip distance apart. And let's press weight into the right foot this time. Bring your left foot up. It can be low or high. Once you get it positioned, if you have it placed up on your upper leg, I want you to think about the right leg pressing into the left foot so everything is squeezing in, and then let your hands come to your heart. Once you feel steady here, see if you can let those arms rise up and then spread them open like a big beautiful tree. We'll breathe here for 3. Inhale 1, exhale. Inhale 2, exhale. Inhale 3, exhale, hands together, back down to your heart, and then nice and even, drop the foot back down to the ground. Just shake it out a little if it feels a little tight or tense, and then come back into standing. And now we're going to shift weight over to the left foot and figure out where you want that right foot to be for your tree pose this morning. Get it settled into its spot. Do that squeezing in. That will help the foot stay nice and steady. And then bring your hands to your heart. Good. As you're ready, inhale up and exhale, open. And it's okay if you're wobbling a little bit, flowing in the breeze. That's what trees do, right? Inhale 1, exhale. Inhale 2, exhale. Inhale 3, exhale, hands together, back down to your heart. Release the foot and come back to the ground. And then just shaking everything out. Come over to the side of your mat and we're going to take a big wide stance. Have hands at your hips and then bending the left knee, come down into a deep lunge and you can release your hands, bring them to the floor. Let the toes on the extended leg point up and now walk those hands forward, tenting them out. Exhale, drop your head down towards the ground. Hold it here, breathing. Inhale 1, exhale. Inhale 2, exhale. Inhale 3, exhale. Walk back up. And now let's come over to center and then way over to the other side. So my right heel lifts up off the ground on the side where the knee is bent. And then you're turning the toes up on the extended leg. Get steady on your feet. And then when you're ready, walk those hands forward, tent the fingers up, reach them out as far as you can, keeping your feet where they are, and then let your head drop down towards the ground. Breathing. Inhale 1, exhale. Inhale 2, exhale. Inhale 3, exhale. Walk those hands back up. Come back up to center. Heel toe your feet together. And then drop down into seated position. Extend your your left leg, and bring your right leg in. I want you to grab hold of that right foot. Pick the foot up and then pull it back behind you and then reach it out. Pull it back behind you and then reach it out. Pull it back and reach it out. Now drop that foot down. See if you can bring your left hand down to either your shin, your ankle, maybe even your 2 fingers can wrap around your big toe. And then you're going to lift, shift over onto your left cheek, pick that right foot up, pull it back like you're stringing a bow and arrow, and then release. Pull it back and then release. Pull it back and then release. Now pull it back, hold it here, breathing. Inhale 1, exhale. Inhale 2, exhale. Inhale 3, exhale, release. Straighten out your legs. Just shake everything out. Just going to turn a little to the side so you can see a bit better here. Just wiggle side to side. And now take your left hand, grab the outside of your left foot. Put your right hand to the side for support. Pick that foot up, and then you're going to pull it back and then release. Pull it back and then release. And just loosening up that hip a bit here. Breathing. Good. Now shifting the weight over onto your right side. I'm going to take my first 2 fingers and grab my big toe, seal it with the thumb, but you can grab your shin, your ankle, whatever works here, and then string the bow and arrow and then release. String it back and then release. String it back and then release. Now we're going to string it back, hold it here, breathing. Inhale 1, exhale. Inhale 2, exhale. Inhale 3, exhale, release. Drop it down, shake out your legs, and then come up onto your feet. Hands come in front for support. Slowly straighten the legs and come all the way back up to standing. So now we're going to try a different balance pose. Now that we got our hips all nice and worked out, feet about hip distance apart. shift weight over onto your left foot. And now you're going to slowly try to, with your right hand, grab your right foot, the outside of your right foot, hands to hip. And then you're going to pull that foot back. I'm going to come over here because I'm not going to probably topple over as I do this, but you're going to do that sort of same motion that we were just doing before and get your foot up, lifted nice and high with the knee bent. And once you're steady, see if you can bring your hand back to your hip and just hold this. Or maybe you can even bring your leg up to the side. Breathing. Inhale 1, exhale. Inhale 2, exhale. Inhale 3, exhale, release. Drop that foot down, shake it out. How's everybody doing? All right, I'm going to come over onto this side and do the other side. So I'm just holding on to something to get myself started. Weight on the right foot. And now I'm lifting up that left foot. Hand comes and grabs the little toe side of the foot. And now just start practicing here. Pull it back a few times. And then when you're ready, see if you can find the balance. Let the hand go, hand to hip. And this may be the pose for you this morning, okay? If you want to try straightening that leg and lifting it up. If you want to get real fancy, right arm comes up and out. Breathing. Inhale 1, exhale. Inhale 2, exhale. Inhale 3, exhale, release. Drop everything back down. And now just take your right foot, lift the heel up, and just draw some circles with your right knee. Reverse other way. And then standing steady, left foot out, heel lifts. Draw some circles one way. And then draw them the other. Good. All right, let's come to the top of the mat, finding Tadasana. I would be remiss if we didn't do at least one round of sun salutation. So have your feet about hip distance apart, standing tall through your spine, through the arms, relaxing shoulders down, away from the ears, pressing the feet into the ground, hands together at your heart and crown of the head, reaching up. Just take a moment here, thumbs touching the chest, thinking about that intention that you set for yourself. And then let's exhale, hands down, inhale up, exhale back, inhale lift, exhale fold, hands to shins lift, exhale release, right foot back, left foot back, drop knees, exhale, inhale cobra, exhale release, push and lift. Come back up to downward facing dog. Look towards your hands, bring right foot forward, plant the back foot, and come up for warrior 1. Breathe here for 3. Inhale 1, exhale. Inhale 2, exhale. Inhale 3, exhale. Arms come down, right arm forward, left arm back. Warrior 2. Breathing. Inhale 1, exhale. Inhale 2, exhale. Inhale 3, exhale. Back arm drops, front arm comes up, and breathe. Windmill those hands all the way back to the front foot and bring the right foot back. Drop your knees, exhale down. Walk your hands out so that they're outside of the mat. Tent up your fingers, lift your elbows up towards the ceiling, and then slowly lift and take a cobra. Eyes up, heart open. Exhale, drop back down. Inhale, lift, bring it up. Exhale, drop back down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Slide your hands back underneath you. Curl your toes under and Bring yourself back up to downward facing dog. Pedaling out the feet, back and forth. Good, now look towards your hands, left foot forward, plant the back foot, and find your way up, warrior one, other side. So hips are facing forward, you're sinking down into your lunge, your knee is over your heel on the front foot, back foot is planted. Breathe here. Arms come down, shoulder height, left arm forward, right arm back, reaching out through the fingertips, sinking a little deeper into your lunge. Breathe. Inhale 1, exhale. Inhale 2, exhale. Inhale 3, exhale, release. Drop the back arm down, bring the front arm up, reaching that upper hand way up, sinking a little deeper down with the lunge, and hold. Windmill the hands all the way back to the front. Left foot comes back. Drop the knees. Exhale down. Arms come wide. Elbows lift. Fingertips on the mat. Bring it up for cobra. Exhale. Drop back down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale lift. Exhale, release. Good. Bring the hands back under your shoulders, curl your toes, and rise up to downward facing dog. Walk your hands in towards your feet and slowly roll up to standing. So coming over to the edge of your mat, let's have the right foot on the mat and the left foot on the floor, and then take a short step forward with your left foot so you're in line with one another. If you like, you can turn the toes out. That helps with balance a bit. And then bringing your hands back around, you can bring them into prayer position, or you can hold opposite elbows with your hands. Inhale, lift the chest, raise the eyes, looking up, and then we're going to slowly hinge from the hips, bringing the upper body forward. When your back gets to be about in line with the ground, you're going to pause here and really extend out through your head, through your spine. Breathing. And then on your next exhale, fold a little deeper and see about dropping your nose down towards your knee. Good, and then bring it all the way back up. Release your hands, release your feet. Let's do some swirls with the wrists one way and then the other. Good, and then we're going to come over to the other side of the mat. Actually, I'm going to stay over here, but you should be over on the right side of your mat. And you're going to have your left foot behind you, right foot comes forward. Turn the toes out. And now bring your hands back. If you are holding opposite elbows, if it feels exactly the same as it did before, switch them around. So you're doing the other side. Inhale, lift the chest, raise the eyes, looking up. Hinge from the hips. Exhale, hold it forward. And again, when you get parallel to the floor, I want you to hold it here, extending out, reaching the top of your head out. And then on the next exhale, fold it a little deeper. Breathing. Good. Inhale, bring it all the way back up. Release your hands, release your feet, and do some rolls with the shoulders, moving back and around. And then bring it forward and back. Good. Spread your feet a little wider apart. And you're going to bend the knees as you drop your hands down, and then inhale, lift. Exhale down. Inhale, lift. Exhale down. Inhale, lift. Exhale down. Hold it in the down position. Just placing your elbows on your knees here, bringing your fingertips together. Really drop your tailbone down and see if you can pick up one toe and then come back and do the other side and back. Drop your tailbone a little further. Pick the toes up and back, up and up, back and forth a few more times. Good, and then come back to center. Bring your hands to your knees, and now drop your right shoulder down and twist and look back towards the left. Hold it here. Inhale 1, exhale. Inhale 2, exhale. Inhale 3, exhale. Come back up to center, and now left shoulder drops down, and you're looking over towards the right. Breathing. Inhale 1, exhale. Inhale 2, exhale. Inhale 3, exhale. Come back up, slowly roll it up. Bring those arms way up, flex at the wrists. Bring your eyes up, heart open. And then exhale, sweep it back down, fingers touch. Inhale, lift, bring it up really wide, flex at the wrists. Exhale, drop back down. Inhale, lift, bring it up. Exhale, drop back down. Hold it here. Bring your right hand over to your left foot and then swing the left hand up towards the ceiling for a twist. Breathe here. Inhale 1, exhale. Inhale 2, exhale. Inhale 3, exhale. Come back to center. And now you're going to bring left hand over to the right foot. The right hand swings up towards the ceiling. Legs stay straight here. Breathing. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, and exhale. Come back to center. Walk, heel toe those feet in a little bit. And then we're going to slowly drop down into a squat position. Now your feet might be really close together. You're up on your toes, or your heels could be down. It's all depending on where you are at. Drop your right knee down, pull your left knee back, twist and look around behind you. And then come back to center. Drop left knee down, twist to the right, and back to center. And just move back and forth like this a couple more times. Breathing. Good. Come back to center, back to stillness. Bring your palms together, and then let's bring the hands up to the heart. And as you drop the hands to the center of your chest, the elbows gently push into those knees, opening the hips. And then slowly bring your gaze, your drishti, down towards your fingers. Back is nice and long. Draw the shoulders down away from your ears and breathe. Inhale 1, exhale. Inhale 2, exhale. Inhale 3, exhale. Drop your hands down to the mat. Drop your knees down, and we're going to swing our feet around, coming into seated position. Have your legs extended. Just taking a minute here, wiggle around side to side, and then pressing the legs down. Flex your feet, spread your toes, sitting tall through your back body, lifting up, and then raise those arms up overhead and slowly hinging from the hips, taking your time, working your way down, forward fold. And your hands will land wherever they may. Could be shins, ankles, toes. And you're just going to take a minute when you get about halfway to really extend up. See if you can stretch through one side and stretch through the other. And then fold a little deeper, dropping nose down towards your knees. Good, and then come back up. And we're going to bring the right leg in towards your left leg, and then you're going to take your left leg and bring it off to the side. So they're sort of kitty corner legs here. And I want you to bring both hands over to your left leg and then twist and look over your left shoulder. Breathing. Inhale 1, exhale. Inhale 2, exhale. Inhale 3, exhale. Bring it back to center. Uncross the legs. This time you're going to bring left leg into the inside of your right leg, and then you're going to pull your right leg back behind you. Hands come over to the right leg this time, and you're using your hands on the leg to help twist you a little deeper. So twisting to the right, sitting tall through the spine, breathing. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale, back to center. Good job. All right, come into about the center of your mat, have your knees bent and your hands on your knees. We're going to just walk the heels in, toes are lifted, and then see if you can pick the heels up, balancing on your tailbone here. Spine stays nice and long. And then walk your hands behind your legs. Maybe you're going to bring your legs up in line with the mat this morning. That feels good. Your abs are nice and strong. Or maybe you want to straighten the legs all the way, flexing the feet, spreading the toes, and then finally releasing your hands. Inhale 1, exhale. Inhale 2, exhale. Inhale 3, exhale. Release. Grab behind the legs, drop the feet down. Come in between your legs and grab your toes with the fingers and thumb. Walk those feet in, pick the feet up off the ground, just finding your balance here. And then see if you can straighten your legs, bringing them up into a V shape. And just holding it here, breathing. Inhale 1, exhale. Inhale 2, exhale. Inhale 3, exhale. Legs come together. Drop them down, and then slowly lift those feet back up off the ground one more time. Release your hands, and then slowly bring your upper body down onto the ground, and then straighten your legs. Feel your whole body connecting to the floor. If you need to adjust yourself, you want to be laying across the whole length of your mat. And now bring in your right leg, just give it a nice hug. Tuck it in towards you. And then I want you to grab the little toe side of that foot, and you're going to pull that leg down. You can use both hands here and just draw that knee down towards the ground. And now let's flex the left foot and gently lift it up off the ground just a little bit, a couple inches, pushing out through the heel. Good. Drop the long leg down, release your head, and straighten out your right leg. Just shake it out a little bit. Bring in your left foot, grab the little toe side, lift the foot up towards the ceiling, and then you're pushing it down towards the ground. You can use both hands for this. Head comes up off the ground. And now flex your right foot, spread out the toes, and pick that foot up just a little bit off the ground. If this feels hard on the back of your head, you can bring your right hand back for support here and just push out through the heel on the right foot and pull that left knee down towards the ground. Good, and then release, straighten out your legs, and now bring both legs in, grabbing the outside of both feet. Pick them up towards the ceiling and then push both of them down. Breathing. Inhale 1, exhale. Inhale 2, exhale. Inhale 3, exhale. Release. Straighten out your legs. Shake them out a little bit. And now we're going to bring right leg in. Give it one more hug. And then gently cross it over to the left. Stretch out your right arm out to the right and turn your eyes and look towards that right hand. Come back to center. Straighten out the right leg. Bring the left leg in. Just give it a nice hug. And then you're going to take your right hand and bring the left leg over to the side. Stretch out your left arm and turn your eyes looking towards the left. Nice. And then come back to center again. Let's straighten out the legs, preparing for Shavasana. If there's any final movements or postures you'd like to do to feel complete, now's a great time. Otherwise, you're going to extend your arms, extend your legs, finding your way into laying position. You're going to just let your eyes softly close. Take a minute to make any little fine-tune adjustments that you may need to feel comfortable and settled into your spot. Maybe wiggling your shoulders a bit, turning your chin side to side, covering up if you have a little blanket you want to toss over yourself, get really cozy. And then let's take one last deep breath in. Exhale, release. And for the next minute or so, just try to be present to the moment, watching your breath. On your next inhale, breathe in a little deeper. Exhale, release. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Feel that beautiful body of yours waking up. Bring your knees into your chest, curl up, roll over onto one side. Take a couple breaths there. And when you're ready, meet me in seated position. Let's bring our hands together at our heart. Thumbs touching the chest. Just taking this moment to acknowledge that you got here on the mat this morning. We did our practice together. You took care of yourself. Good job. My wish for you today is health in your body, peace in your mind, and love in your heart. Namaste.